was immediately disappointed when I found out this movie was not about The Who. But then I immediately rejoiced because I heard this movie was great. It got great reception from the critics and was poised to be the big awesome movie this year, or the frontrunner so far, up there with Inception and Toy Story 3. So I was very, very excited, and I've been trying to see it for so long, but it hasn't been playing in any theaters around me, and I finally got to see it. Wow, it was amazing. Like the greatest movie ever made. Just kidding, but it was pretty good. Right off the bat, it doesn't escape much from being a typical movie about family with problems and, past just the twist of the parents being lesbians, everything just feels so real and so genuine. It was actually a lot funnier than I thought it would be. And it's that kind of indie humor, but it's really funny. None of it feels forced, it just flows. But I think that is all largely due to the fantastic performances by everyone in the cast. Julianne Moore definitely is the best out of anyone, but that is just, I feel bad saying that because everyone just brings their A game. Josh Hutcherson is really proving himself as an actor to me. I didn't really like, his kid acting stuff, but here he's really good. And Wasikowska is really, really great in this. I thought she was good in Alice in Wonderland. I thought she had a lot of potential, and I'm very excited to see her in movies in the future. Annette Bening brings a real four-story character and just makes such a believable chemistry between the two. Mark Ruffalo, I really do like him. He hasn't been in a great deal, but in this he was very good. There's one thing is that he's very soft-spoken. He never really pronunciates to the full amount that you'd expect. He always kind of feels like he's whispering and kind of cuts off at the end of every word. And at first I thought it was just due to the awkwardness of the whole situation. But as it goes on, he continues that. But I think it adds to, the condescension, the conceitedness of his character, which, for that reason, it's fine. And Josh Hutcherson has that sensitive, kind of held-back awkwardness, and then Wasikowska has that, innocent but still outgoingness to her, and it really works. Like, their first meeting, it's really funny, because you can just tell that it's just so awkward. They're all just kind of sitting there, very silent, a lot of awkward silences, and I think that it played very, very well. One scene I really love was their barbecue scene when they're all sitting around. It's the first meeting between the parents and Mark Ruffalo. The parents are both just sitting there analyzing, processing his every move. And the kids are there kind of vouching for him. Mia's character especially really likes him, very interested in him. They have a great back and forth. And he's just kind of stuck in the middle of all of this chaos and the battle between the family. He eventually becomes part of the problem with the parents, feeling that he's taking the kids away from him. She's leaving for college soon. So, it's very real-life problems. They're portrayed fantastically on the screen. What I like is they never play the lesbian thing off as a gimmick to get people to think that this is some original thing. It is original on its own 2 feet. It doesn't need that to fall back on for the story or anything if it ever becomes cliche, which it doesn't, which I really liked. Everything just fits together right. I like how they don't try to shed better light on one of the characters than they do another. You're not ever really sure how you feel about them because they show them do both good and bad things. So, you really can't, be separated. It's not like, oh, I'm going for the kids here, I'm going for the parents. You're kind of stuck in the middle. You're not trying to stick with Mark Ruffalo's kind of hip, laid-back guy, and you're not trying to you're not angry towards the whole controlling parenting thing because you're all shown good and bad aspects of each character. If you have an aged family, you're comfortable watching these types of movies together because it is a bit mature. I definitely recommend it. Yeah, some of the things I did kind of find predictable. I knew it was gonna happen, but it wasn't in a bad way. The emotions are very real. You really feel for all these characters. I got choked up a little bit in a scene or two. And everybody, the performances really wrap so well around the script. And everybody in this movie is great. It's directed fantastically. I also kind of say that Mia's boyfriend type friend character. They have him in a couple scenes. I really wish they developed more upon that, because I kind of wanted to see how she'd interact with them more, kind of see, because they left some things open. I wanted to see what was going on there. I think I need like a second viewing to really affirm my rating, but for now I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Yes, this movie is great. Probably my fourth favorite movie of the year, kind of right behind Shutter Island. I don't quite like it better, but it is a fantastic movie. Revolution Reviews, fantastic seal of approval. There you go. Go see this movie. If it's playing anywhere around you, go see it. There are some hilarious scenes. It is really heartwarming. At times it's emotionally wrenching at others. Really need to go see this movie. It's great indie movie. I really hope it does well at the Oscars, even though, a couple movies I like better. Very good movie. Julianne Moore really deserves like an Oscar for this. Gotta think about the other female roles this year, but go see this movie. Mark Ruffalo, you have 2 movies in my top 5 this year. You are moving up in my books, but I feel like you're doing this because you're trying to escape the shame you had for only being in Where the Wild Things Are for like 30 seconds. That stung, didn't it? You probably read the script like, oh yeah, I'll probably get like 10 minutes out of this. Yeah!